This week we're going to be teaching you how to make your own mask. I had a bunch of extra linen from last week's project of sewing the linen tank top, and since I've been on a sewing kick lately, I decided to try to make my own masks. And it turned out to be pretty easy once I got the pattern down. The first few cuts did not fit right. So I have a pattern that I will share with you. You can print off the blog, and then you can make your own easy mask. So first I cut out my pattern, and I tried quite a few different patterns first. So I traced a mask that I had, and then I made a bunch of different alterations. So I have like 5 masks that I don't like, but I'll include this printable on the blog if you want to go over and get it. So you're just going to take it, cut it out, then you're going to take your fabric. So this is going to be my linen that I have left over from my tank top project I shared a couple weeks ago, and then just a scrap cotton fabric that I had for the inside of the mask. And so what you're going to do is just fold it in half and just trace this onto each piece and cut it out, so you'll have 2 pieces of this template of each fabric. So now I'm going to take both of the pieces, still just laid right on top of each other, and along the rounded edge on both pieces, I'm going to sew them together with like a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch seam along each edge. So then once that's sewn, I'm gonna open the mask up and then fold the seam down to one side. And then I'm just gonna straight stitch the seam down in place. And if you just bend this up as you sew, it'll help. Then I'm just gonna repeat those steps with the outside pieces as well. Now I'm gonna take both pieces and line them up so that these seams will be facing out, and then you're gonna end up flipping it after you sew them, but both seams currently will be facing out. And you'll line them up, and then you're just gonna sew along the top and bottom edges. So now that both sides are sewn, I'm gonna turn it right side out. And then I'm just gonna take all of the seams, and you can iron them if you want, or pin them in place, or just freehand it. And I'm gonna sew a straight stitch right along the top and bottom seam again. And then I'm just gonna repeat that along the other side. So once those edges are all sewn, I took elastic. Pretty much everywhere was sold out of everything, so I got this round elastic and I just cut 2 pieces, tied them together in a tight knot, and created the length I needed. You could also use hair ties if you wanted, if you have those on hand. So then you're gonna take your ends and you're gonna fold and iron them down once, and then twice. You're gonna slide your piece in there, and then you're just going to straight stitch right down this edge. And then just to give it an extra security for the elastic, I always do like a little X sewn kind of like over the knot of the elastic to keep it in place. And then repeat that on this side, like a 1/2 inch to 1 inch folded down, and then repeated, and then sewn in place.